Hello. See if anybody's here yet. Thought I saw a light outside. Hello, hello. Anybody here yet? Fagin, you going out back? You going out back? Come on. Oh, come on. No? Okay. No, you gotta stay right there then. Let's see who's here. Oh, sorry, I had to step away. There's Wanda. Hey, Wanda. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Martha in Arkansas. Carrie. Can you guys hear me? Hey, Ronnie. Welcome to my kitchen, everybody. Happy Friday. Hey, Jennifer. Hope everybody's had a great week. Hope everybody's looking forward to a great weekend. I'm gonna make something today that I haven't made in years. So I really don't even know if I'm gonna make it the same way I used to make it. But it is a chicken and broccoli braid. But it's different than any I've ever ate before because mine has spaghetti sauce in it. So I've ate one that has like, it's got white, maybe cream cheese, I don't know, maybe that's what's got in it. But mine doesn't, mine has got spaghetti sauce in it. So that's what I'm gonna make today. So let's get started. Hello, Sina. Hey, Sina. Okay, I've got just some chicken breast and I've decided I'm gonna season it with some ranch seasoning, ranch powder. I just think that would be good, so that's what I'm going to season it with. And cover these. And what I'm going to do to start with, I'm going to just kind of brown them on each side a little bit, cook them a little bit in a skillet before I put them. No, I didn't fix it, y'all. Oh, that's the wrong one. I need to throw that away. This one's still rocking too. I have a hard time with my olive oil decanters. Everybody knows that. So I'm gonna let that warm up, get that grease a little warm, and I'm just gonna put these, they're thin chicken tenders, just boneless, skinless chicken breast. And you know what, I meant to cut that right there off. Let me get a knife. Let me get a different knife. Sorry, I'm running around everywhere. I meant to cut some of this fat pieces off. I guess I could do it when I get it out. But there's one I definitely want to cut off. They're mostly skinless. They don't have much fat on them at all. I don't have my camera at a good angle today. All right, so this is getting warm. I just drizzled a little olive oil in the bottom of my skillet, not much, just enough to kind of coat the bottom. It's not really hot enough yet, so I'll wait before I put the rest of them in. I'm gonna wash my hand real quick, y'all. My hands, a little soap and water. Y'all know how y'all know how I am about chicken in the kitchen. Can't stand it. I'm always scared I'm gonna contaminate something. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just start putting this chicken in my skillet. And just getting it in there. Now I'm going to season the other side with some of this ranch powder. It's been sitting in the cabinet. It's kind of caking up a little bit. There we go. All right, let me set this in the sink. I'll be right back. Okay, so that's gonna just brown on each side. While that's browning, I'm going to start chopping up a few veggies. I'm going to put in mine, I'm going to put mushrooms, of course, because we love mushrooms. That's my oven preheated. I preheated my oven to 375. And Donnie and I had a discussion about this last night, and I think that I used to put rice in this, but he doesn't think I did. So I'm not putting any rice in it tonight. But if you want to put rice in it, I feel like I'm shading my face too much. Okay. If you want to put rice in it, then feel free. It's Friday, so it's hat day. It means that Julie didn't wash her hair this morning. That's what the hat means. I was going to wash it. I had to take Fagan to the vet today. He's not feeling good. He's just not been feeling good all week. Actually, a little longer than a week, but he's not really sick. He's just not feeling good. So I had to take him to the vet. He checked out okay. We're going to give him some probiotics and things like that. Hopefully get him back on track. But I took him to the vet and I thought, yeah, I could wash my hair when I get back, but I didn't. So maybe I'll start doing hair vlogs. Maybe I need to start watching some hair vlogs. How about that? All right, somebody's saying, so who's this? Mercedes. BJ said Donnie doesn't even know what he's talking about. That's funny. You was trying to see what that buzzer was, Debbie? It was my oven. Yeah, Donnie don't know what he's talking about. All right. I'm going to turn my chicken. I'm going to use these big long tongs. I could turn them from over here with these, but I won't. I'm not going to chance that. Yeah, Mercedes, Donnie probably don't know what he's talking about. No, he probably does. I shouldn't say that. He's always there to prove me wrong, so I'm not gonna even say that. All right, I got my mushrooms cut up, and I'm gonna cut up some broccoli, and I'm gonna cut it pretty small, I think, because you know it'll take a while to cook, and I don't want it raw. There's a bad place in that piece. So I'm going to just kind of cut it up smaller. And you could pre-cook it, I guess. I'm not. Because, I mean, it's going to cook in the oven for a little while. I don't know how long. We'll have to see. Y'all are on this journey with me because, like I said, it has been years. I know the last time, I have not made this. I don't know when the last time I made it was. Yeah, he's going to prove everybody wrong, Mercedes, if he can. I've been living with that man for 28 years, I know. Okay. Anyways, I was saying, I know I have not made this since we've been in our house, and we've been in our house 10 years, so it's been a long time. But I'm cutting this broccoli up pretty small. I know, I don't look old enough to have been married for 28 years. Yeah, I'll keep telling myself that. Goodness. Some days I don't feel old enough to have been married for 28 years. And then some days I feel a lot older than that. Hey Jill, you watching? All right, I had a piece of a yellow pepper in the fridge, and I thought, why not put that in it too? So I'm gonna cut it up and put a little bit of it in there. Now, here's something interesting that I noticed about the time I got ready to start recording. I use crescent rolls for this, for the crust. These are crescent rounds, and I've never used crescent rounds. I picked those up by mistake. So we'll just have to see how that works out. But I don't even know what they look like when you open the package. All right, I'm gonna cut this, whatever I'm cutting up here. What is this? Who knows what I'm cutting up? It's a yellow pepper. Goodness, I'm losing. Mercedes, tell BJ to tell Donnie I'm on live here, not to call me. Somebody text Donnie, tell him I'm videoing. I could call him on my other phone. That would be interesting. Let me see. Let me do that. This might be fun. And then again. I'm just turning my chicken and I'm fixing to get it out. Hello? I'm videoing. Did you need something? Bye. He didn't want to say anything after that. Hey, Jana. Hope y'all had a good day at work today. I laid out. I played hooky. I didn't play hooky. I had time. Okay. I'm going to let those brown just a little bit because they're not really browning. They're just kind of cooking. So I think I've got enough veggies cut up here. You could put whatever kind of veggies you want. You can put onions. You can put just whatever kind of veggies you want in it. But for me, I'm going to put mushrooms, broccoli, and yellow pepper. All right, so now let's open these crescent rolls. Now, have you ever heard of Wop biscuits? They're in a can and you whop them on the counter to open them. These are Wop crescent rolls. I'm just checking it out. Let's see. Now, if I remember, I called this a braid. That's what I used to call it. Seemed like the original recipe, not the one I went by, but I saw Pampered Chef had done something, chicken broccoli braid. This is not at all like Pampered Chef's except for the braid part. Seemed like we did it like this. I don't know. I'm just playing this by ear here. And I may be doing it totally wrong. But, goodness, I've had them sitting out too long. They're wanting to pull apart. I'm interested to see how these browns look when I open the can. Let me check my chicken. It's probably, I mean, it's really going to be done, but yeah, I got some brownness on it now. That's what I wanted. I wanted a little bit of brownness on it. All right. I got a mess of a braid here. I'm just going to make this up as I go along, because it's not working out real grand. Because I made a mess out of them. One thing about these crescent rolls, if you leave them sitting out of the refrigerator for a while, they're not real easy to work with. But let's see what we got in this can. And then I'm going to take my little rolling pin to them. It might not be pretty, but maybe it'll taste good. Alright, Wop open. I don't know what these, are they just round? Has anybody else dealt with these before? I don't know. Oh look, they unroll. That might work better. I'm going to put them in the middle here. Kind of. They might work good. Goodness, I'm going to have something. know, we'll eat it, maybe. I better go check my chicken. Oh goodness, y'all. This is looking ugly. This is not how I remember it looking. I should have looked up a recipe or something before I started. Maybe I did it wrong. I don't know. Let me get this chicken out. I don't want it to be overcooked. Okay, if you can see the chicken, I just kind of browned it up a little bit. So that should be good. Yeah, once I throw it together, Debbie, I'm hoping it's gonna be all right. I'm gonna kind of see if I can't work it out a little bit. I think you're supposed to make this pretty braid on top of it, which, you know, I'm not going to make a pretty braid on top of it. I'm just gonna do the best I can. Get it. Let me just use my hands. I'm trying to make just kind of a palette here to put my stuff. I'm trying to recall. I think I'm gonna put the sauce on the bottom. Now I got my hands slick. Cause those crescent rolls. Oh, y'all, I have a hard time. There we go. With these jars. All right, so I'm thinking, let me spread this out just a little more. I need to take lessons from somebody about making these braid things. All right. We're gonna go with this. I'm gonna put, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here. It looks ugly right now. Maybe it'll look better in a minute. All right, so I'm just gonna put a little sauce on the bottom. Now, however much sauce you put in it, up to your taste. I like more, Donnie likes less. So I'm gonna try to go a happy medium here. And I may pour some like on top. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna sprinkle some cheese. A little bit, not a lot, just a little. And then I'm gonna cut this chicken up in bite-sized pieces. Not too big, not shredded, just kind of little chunks. Put it in here. Woo! Chicken's still warm, in case anybody was wondering. Put it in. You know, I was thinking that Alfredo sauce would be awesome in this. But Donnie doesn't like Alfredo sauce, but I love Alfredo. So one day I'm gonna make some with Alfredo and see how it turns out. But I think it would be so good. Some spinach and some Alfredo, maybe a little bacon. I think that would be real good. That's probably enough chicken. I'm gonna save that other piece for Fagin, I think that's plenty of chicken in there. All right, so now let's just start layering. I'm gonna put broccoli. And broccoli, I probably need to salt it a little bit too. Put some bell peppers. Because these veggies may need a little salt on them. I'll put a little salt on them. And some mushrooms. Mushrooms, lots of mushrooms. We love mushrooms. Maybe a little salt on the mushrooms too. And I'm gonna go ahead and go back over it with a little bit of this on top of it. Maybe a lot of bit. A little bit, lot of bit. All right, now shredded cheese. I'm gonna just really put lots and lots of shredded cheese in it. That was about 2 cups of shredded cheese that I did. All right, now I'm just gonna start braiding. Wrapping it up. And we'll see how it comes out. Might look like a mummy. It's more of a mummy. A chicken broccoli mummy than braid. I probably should do a prettier braid design, but I'm just really trying to get it all sacked up in here, if that makes any sense. Yum, I think this is gonna be good. I've had it before, I know it's gonna be good. It's a good, quick Friday night meal. Kind of makes you think of pizza, but yet it's got a lot of vegetables in it, so it's really, put a little olive oil on there. You could, yeah. You could drizzle olive oil on top of it. These crescent rolls have so much butter in them though. I think they'll be all right, but yeah. Hey, olive oil makes everything good. And I'm gonna take, cause my end down here on the end, and I've got a couple of these left, I'm gonna wrap one around the end of it. Cause I want it to kinda have some crust down here. And there we go. And you could even like sprinkle some cheese on it, like let it bake and then sprinkle some cheese on it before you get it out of the oven and let that melt kind of on top of it. I think that would be good. I've got my oven heated to 375 and I'm gonna stick it in there. And like I said, thought I saw somebody. I'm not sure how long it'll take to cook, but we'll watch it. Let me stick it in the oven real quick. We'll just keep an eye on it. We're gonna let it bake and keep an eye on it there. Now, while that's baking, I thought I would be nice tonight, and I thought I would make a dessert. I don't make dessert very often, but I thought I would make something that Donnie loves, and that is chocolate oatmeal cookies. Now, I feel like everybody probably knows how to make chocolate oatmeal cookies, but I did have a few people asking me to make mine on camera, so I'm gonna do it. I don't know if it's any different than yours, but I'm gonna do it. All right. Woo, that's hot. Let me get my eye turned on. Okay, I'm gonna start out with 2 cups of sugar. I always have to look at my recipe. Let me get it. That's one thing I do, go by my recipe on. Just to make sure I do it right. Yep, 2 cups of sugar, and I've got it all measured out. 4 tablespoons of cocoa powder. Let me bring that together like that. I'm just trying to get my cocoa powder and my sugar mixed together. Get most of the lumps out of the cocoa powder. All right, now, make sure I've got that right. 1/2 cup of milk, and I make these a lot, but I always just really want to check myself. 1/2 cup of milk. And I'm just stirring that together and getting that mixed together. All right, so now I've got it all mixed together. Trying to get the lumps out. Okay, now I'm going to go over to the heat and 1 stick of butter. All right, so I'm going to let the butter melt in here. And I'm going to let this come up to a boil. Y'all, if my phone rings again. Okay, I'm going to not answer that one right now. I'm cutting my butter up. I just cut my butter up into chunks so that it'll melt a little quicker. So I'm going to let this kind of melt and come together. I probably, let me move the camera over. Woo. I've got this different tripod. Woo. And it's like scary. I'm afraid I'm gonna knock it over. All right, so I'm just letting this come to a boil. Now, once it comes to a boil, I'm gonna set my timer when it comes to a full boil. I'm gonna set my timer for 1 minute, and I'm gonna let it boil for 1 minute. What I kind of think I might do a little different than a lot of people is my peanut butter. I have 1/2 cup of peanut butter that I'm going to add to this, and it is the extra crunchy. I think that makes all the difference in the world, is the extra crunchy. So that's why I mean, that's what I love about these, is all the little crunchy nuts that are in there. Let's see, here's my vanilla. After I let this boil for a minute, then I'm gonna turn off the heat and I'm gonna add my peanut butter. I'm gonna add my, actually I'll add my peanut butter. I have to look at my recipe. Yes, I let it boil for a minute, and then I'll turn my heat off, add my peanut butter, my oats, and my vanilla, and then I'll spoon it out. So, super simple, and we'll hope that they set up. Sometimes they don't, but I think that's all in the boiling of it, and you know, maybe I rush it, and I start my timer before it's really at a full boil. Hi, Russell. I see Russell's watching. So everything's melted together, but it's not at a boil. Now, I don't like to use a whisk. I like to use my big slotted spoon because I don't want it to burn and stick on the bottom, and I want to get it all the way around, stir it up. So I do do keep an eye on it and keep stirring it. I'm gonna check on our braid. It's doing pretty good over there. You know what you could also do on that braid? That would probably just send it over the top. Probably could sprinkle it with garlic salt, those crescent rolls. Man, or garlic powder. But I'm not doing that because I know I've got to cook for Donnie too. So, but man, that would just really make it good, is to sprinkle that crescent roll with that garlic salt. All right, it's starting to bubble on the sides, but that don't mean it's really at a boil yet. So I'm gonna just let it keep on. And like I said, I just kind of like to stir it because I don't want it to scorch and stick. Had to go across the road and borrow some cocoa powder. I had 2.5 tablespoons of cocoa powder, so I had to go borrow cocoa powder from my mom. I have got to get me some cocoa powder. Alexa, put cocoa powder on my list. I don't have Alexa, I'm just lying. I could sprinkle my part, Debbie, that's true. Hi, Miss Pat. Miss Pat Daniel, she's watching me. How are you today? Hi, Krista. Yeah, Debbie, I could do that. But you know what? I get in trouble trying to do that. Last Saturday, I made a homemade pizza. And I said, what do you want on your part, Donnie? And he told me, and basically he wanted everything that I was going to put on mine except for onions. And I decided I was going to put onions on mine. So I sliced them up real thin and put them on half of it. Well, I got it out of the oven and I thought I had it, which half had onions, which half didn't. Very first piece Donnie got a hold of, very first bite. Guess what was on it? Onions. So then the next piece I gave him, guess what he had on it? Onions. I think I got our sides completely mixed up. Oh well. All right, let's see what this is doing. It's starting to boil on the sides. Probably if I stop stirring it, it'd start rolling in the middle, but. Melissa, I saw you were watching. I'm making my chocolate oatmeal cookies. Melissa asked me to make them. I think it's the right, I've got about 15 Melissa friends, so I hope it's the right Melissa I saw pop up. Okay. I'm fixing to set my timer. Because it's really coming to a boil now. I don't know if you can see it. Let's get over here so you can see it. See how it's boiling? Alright. I'm going to set my timer for 1 minute. Now, my recipe that I had, that I used, this very recipe, when I first got it, it said to boil it for 5 minutes. Hey, I had the right Melissa. Good. Okay, so it said to boil it for 5 minutes. So I would boil them for 5 minutes, and they were okay, they were fine. But then I started seeing recipes that said boil it 1 minute. So sometimes they would turn out, sometimes they wouldn't. So I decided to start going by the 1 minute, and I seem to have better luck on the 1 minute. So hopefully they'll set up. Sometimes when it's hot and humid, things like this don't want to set up, but you know what? They're just as good if you eat them with a spoon as they are if you pick them up and eat them. So we'll eat them one way or another. We will not throw them away. All right, my timer is fixing to go down. There we we go. Now I'm just going to turn my heat off and I'm going to stir it. I'm going to add my peanut butter, and like I said, on my peanut butter, this is what I use, the extra crunchy. I think that just makes all the difference in the world. So that's half a cup of extra crunchy peanut butter. And I'm just going to get it mixed in there good. And I'm just trying to get all the little nuts incorporated. Hey Sherry, how are you today, hon? Throw a straw. Alright, now I'm going to add my oats. Now, my recipe calls for 2.5 cups. That's what the recipe said. But I have found that I like... Ooh, did y'all see the mess I just made? Okay, well that's all right. I have found that I like a little less, so I usually just put 2 cups. And go ahead and put my 1 teaspoon of vanilla flavoring. All right, so get them all stirred up. The oats stirred in good. And then, whoa, I'm about to drop my phone off my thingy. We got a rocking phone here. All right, so now I'm gonna just spoon them onto some wax paper or parchment paper. Yes, those are instant oats. I have made them with the old-fashioned oats. And yes, they are good with a cold glass of milk. All right, let me grab, I gotta get my camera back in its location. Because and get everything out of the way so I can spread out my paper. It's a little crooked, but my phone's crooked on my, all right. So I just got some parchment paper. Yeah, I think these are gonna set up just fine. And then I just take a spoon and I spoon them out like that and let them spread out. I like mine kind of flat. And all these little drippies that I drip, I go back and eat them so nobody knows I've had a cookie. So I don't care for it to drip them. I can pretend I didn't eat a cookie. Yeah, these are gonna set up good. I'm gonna have some people texting me probably saying, "Did you make chocolate oatmeal cookies?" These are a very popular treat in the holler. Well, in the borough anyway. I got a few kiddos that loves them. Besides Donnie and me. I love them too. And they're just so quick and easy. And if you're wanting something chocolate, usually you've got all of this in the pantry. So, there we go. And these are going to set up. They're going to set up good. So, all right, let me check on our braid. Hey, you don't like too much. It's getting there. See, these little pieces. Somebody has to eat those. Nobody's the wiser. And you know, I usually have a little bit in the bottom of the pan. Man, it, you know, this pan needs cleaned up. Oh, that's pretty good. All right, who says Charlie has talked about the holler? Sherry, you need to come down to the holler if you've never been here. Yep. This is Buck Holler, Tennessee. I'll have this pan cleaned up in no time. Yeah, I think Charlie came, probably last time Charlie came to the holler was when he brought his it'd be his grandfather, which was my Uncle Ollie, down in the 80s. I think it was sometime around 86 or 87. I remember that. That was a long time ago. Waste not, want not. You're right, Cena Lynn. You are right. All right, y'all. Woo woo. Did y'all see that? I about lost the phone. All right, let's go check out the oven. I got this new tripod. I'm not real fond of it. Can y'all see it? It's browning up. It's almost done. We're gonna let it cook a little bit longer because we definitely want it to be done. But I want y'all to see the finished product. You were here a long time ago, Sherry? You may have been here then with him. I don't remember. I remember a lot of people were here, but I don't remember how many. And we had a big old fish fry, I think. I was just a kid. I don't know. Hey, Gilda. Hey, Sharon. Thanks, Cena. Yeah, I'm just trying to... Oh, look, y'all. This is when you know that they've turned out good. Wait a minute, me and this tripod. See? They're already pulling away from the paper. So you know, that's when your chocolate oatmeal cookies have just turned out perfect. And these are gonna be creamy, they're not gonna be dry. Sometimes you'll get them and they're kind of dry. And I think that's why I like to cut back on the oats and not put like 2.5 cups that it called for, because it makes them a little drier. And these are a little more creamy. I'm getting anxious to test that chicken broccoli braid out. Yep. Hi, Gilda Staggs. Hadn't seen you in a coon's age. Hope you're doing good. Janice Bale. Lunchroom cookies, this is what you call them. I've heard them called, is it cowboy cookies? Is that what some people call cowboy cookies? I don't know. I just call them chocolate oatmeal cookies, because they're chocolate and they're oatmeal. And they're cookies. Yeah, there's another little piece right there that needs cleaned up. Yeah, these have turned out perfect. And I make these real big, so you know, one should be enough. Should be. I'm gonna check my chicken broccoli braid one more time. Y'all, it smells so good. It's almost there. I just want it to brown just a little bit more. Some of you people that are just joining and just watching, go back and watch this from the beginning when we're done, because I think you'll like it. I think you might want to try to make this. You had them in the lunchroom at school, okay? Hey, Lori Daniels. Is it Indiana or Illinois? She's way up there somewhere. I got people watching from everywhere. I think I saw Susan from Florida on a little bit ago, but I may be wrong. And I know I've got Martha watching me from Arkansas. So, Tina, hey Tina. Hey Jewel. Charlie's watching now. Indiana. Okay, Lori's from Indiana. I couldn't remember. Lori, did you catch any fish? I saw you went fishing. Did you catch any fish? Have you been there since then, Charlie? Okay. It's been a long time since I've seen you, Charlie. I didn't know. Maybe I wasn't here. I'm not always in the holler. Okay, guys. I'm getting anxious. I'm getting ready to pull this thing out of the oven and check it out. I have got such a mess. Oh my goodness. I've got so many things spread out here. Let me see if I can move some things around. These cookies are already setting up. I am so glad. I was so afraid that if I did these live that they wouldn't set up. But I just did them anyway because you know what? We all have failures. We all have flops when we're cooking. And nobody's perfect. I'm definitely not. My mama ran in the house and hid. Listen, my mama used to run in the house and hide every time somebody come down the road. You did catch some fish, Lori. Good. 30. Wow. I can't see the whole comment, Lori, because my ponytail holder that I'm holding my phone on with, it's a new tripod, but I'm still having to use a ponytail holder to hold my phone on it. It's covered up part of your comment. So when somebody else comments, you'll roll up and I'll see the rest of what you're saying. I see, okay, there we go. An overstocked pond. I need to go to an overstocked pond. I need to catch 30 fish. I'm just saying. Donnie said, what's fun? Where's the challenge? There's no challenge when you go to a pond. There's no challenge. I was like, sometimes I don't want a challenge, Donnie. I just want to catch some fish. Because let me tell you something. If you are fishing at the Tennessee River in Clifton, you are going to have a challenge. Especially if you're fishing for bass. Because I don't think there are any down there. I'm tired of the challenge. I want to catch some fish. Alright. Let's see here. I'm pulling this baby out because I feel like it's done. I feel like it's about done. I may stick it back in for a minute or two, but I'm going to go ahead and cut the end of it and just see what it's like. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. I thought I had got me a spatula. All right, I'm just gonna cut this little end right here. When I do, I should let it sit. What you should probably do is let it sit for a few minutes so that everything kind of sets and it doesn't run everywhere. But, you know, I've held y'all long enough today, so I'm going to go ahead and cut into it. Ooh, I know it's going to run everywhere, but I just want y'all to see it. There we go. It's like a big old Hot Pocket. It's got your meat. It's got your veggies. It's got cheese. It's got your bread. It's got everything in it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead. There's cheese streaming. Yeah, I'm gonna cook it a little bit longer. I don't know what time I got it in the oven. I feel like it's been in there 20 minutes or 30 minutes. I don't really know. I know it's hot though. That tastes like I remember it. It's really good. Y'all try that out. It is really good. We'll have this and we'll have us some cookies for dessert. And we'll get our weekend started. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. Hope you catch some fish if you go fishing, catch some rays if you go swimming, and just have a great time. Thank you for watching me. Keep watching, sharing. Check me out on YouTube. Go and subscribe to my channel. Share with your friends. Have your friends like me. And just try some great recipes. Bye-bye. Y'all have a good weekend. Thanks for joining. See you later.